They started looking at Taehyung, who was also busy talking while eating, while Jungkook was looking at his daughter and wife with one hand in his pocket and very seriously. Daddy, Tae said worriedly while shaking him. Daddy hasn't come yet, Tae. He came late at night. The door is also locked. Don't spoil the mood by mentioning him again and again. They was talking with his nod, looking at his bag. Then they became silent for a moment. They smiled suddenly, and how fake the smile was. Both father and daughter know. They looked at Taehyung with that helpless face, and they looked at her. Without saying anything, Jungkook slowly walked closer to the dining table. They swallowed his dry thought and moist head. He was looking at the dishes arranged on the table very seriously. They cursed himself. I'm gone. They paused his lips and grumbled softly. Daddy, we didn't make this food at home. They wanted to explain it up while Taehyung beat his head. Then where did this come from? He slowly asked. His eyes were on Taehyung, who had suddenly shown all his teeth. We didn't make it at home. Tae is telling the truth. It came from home, in a neighbor. They spoke quickly, and Tae nodded his head to confirm his word. Seriously, dear wifey, there is also such people in our village. Wow, interesting. I appreciate it. Tell me, so that I can thank them who sent these chicken dishes to my house. That too many. He spoke very sarcastically. Jungkook looked at the burning candles. They had blown the burning candles in an instant, showing his teeth. He's very clever. What excuse should I make now? He said hurriedly, playing with his fingers on his lips. You know, I don't know how to cook, and you know this. Actually, we were joking. Hun sent this food from the wedding house. I requested it for him, they said anxiously, and gave up himself a pat. Seeing Taehyung in surprise, Dee saw her daddy, who was shaking his head with seriousness, but it was clear that he had catch his lie. Tae went to sleep after dinner. He came closer to his daughter and kissed his forehead without seeing Taehyung, while they both looked at each other in surprise. How did this storm pass without raining? I don't understand. They muttered in surprise while Tae also shrugged her shoulder. And great. Tae, let's finish our dinner, they said excitedly while relighting the candles. They was eating quickly, as he expecting him to come again. They put all the food in the boxes and put it in the fridge. Jungkook had changed his clothes, sat comfortably on the sofa with a laptop in his lap, and was typing something quickly. Where did the meat come from? Without looking at them, he spoke in a pointed manner. They fell silent. What do you mean, where did that come from? Hun sent it. They told him without hesitation and very proudly. In response, he looked at Tae very seriously. There was a lot of sharpness in his eyes. He won't let me go, all my life. They lay down on the bed and wrapped the blanket around himself tightly. Did you wash the dishes? The one in which you cooked the food? He looked at laptop seriously and sat at him. They had suddenly sat up, who was lying down with a blanket on his face. They looked at him with silent eyes. Jungkook had seen Taehyung changing face with sharp eyes. Go and wash that dishes. He said, and they still sitting in his place and said, standing up from his place. The face had become tearful. He definitely a ghost. His air among with humans to drive up blood. They growled angrily, while Jungkook had heard because it was near him. Ivy, let's go to the kitchen, he said, putting his hand in his pockets. I will wash. Washing the dishes seems like that to me. I will not wash them, no matter what happened, they said again, and Jungkook grabbed Tae by his wrist with a jerk and left him up with his arm. Tae opened his eyes in surprise and saw him, who had came out of room without looking at him. Leave me. Why did you pick me up? I'm not going to do any work, no matter what. They had screamed while struggling in his strong grip. Jungkook had brought him to the kitchen without hearing any sound of him. The sink was full of all the dishes. The boxes of spices were shattered on the shelf, making Taehyung stand on the ground. Jungkook started looking at him with sharp eyes. Taehyung was embarrassed and cursed his tongue, which wanted to enjoy today. In the morning, the maid cleaned it all. I will not wash it. My hands get dirty. I didn't wash them, even in Australia. No matter what. They shrugged his shoulder and spoke in a low voice. They were shocked to see Jungkook taking out his mobile phone from the bucket, who was now making up pictures of the sink and all the dishes, taking out the boxes from the fridge and making a picture of them. They swallowed and looked at him. If you really want to eat all this, then eat it. Is it worth saving it as a picture? They spoke angrily. I have sent this picture to Grandpa, he said, and they went silent. Sending this picture to Grandpa means I'm seriously gone. I have started washing dishes, and I'm not doing it out of fear. I myself do it. Don't like dirt. That is why I have started washing. You don't need to be happy. Taehyung said angrily, rolling up his sleeves to his shirt from his elbow. Jungkook said nothing, holding his hand on his chest, and stood leaning against the kitchen door. He was mumbling to himself and went to clean all the dishes. It was my bad luck that I got married to this person. He's very clever. He noticed everything. He was busy washing the dishes and cursing them at the same time. Wash them well. He spoke seriously. I washed them. I said no. I didn't eat that much that you had made me wash the dishes and take them out. I'm a servant. It would be better if you don't talk to me and let me do my work. They turned to him angrily, start washing the dishes again. With a slight smile come the corner of Jungkook's lips. Jungkook had moved away from there after getting the whole mess cleaned by Taehyung, and they was left wrong with anger. My day was bad today. I don't know where the face I saw the morning. Well, I saw yours. They said it loudly. Took the blanket over his face while Jungkook shook his head and went to the study room. Kai was sitting in the lounge with his lips paused for the first time. He like a boy. He also went with his hand. He punched on the table. Oof, how can I control my heart? I will not let this Jungkook go ahead of me. I will have to do something. How? How can he marry him? I will not leave you, John Jungkook. He shouted with hatred. Rumi was disappointed to see Hun alone. Good morning. Hun had greeted by seeing her in the same state. Good morning. Taehyung didn't come today. He's in good health, right? Rumi spoke, while Hun smiled and nodded. Yeah, he's fine. He was sleeping, so I didn't consider it necessary to disturb him. Hun said, looking at the face seriously. Okay. She quickly turned. Listen, he had spoke in an instant. Rumi stopped. Yeah. Seeing his silence, she spoke. Nothing. He shook his head and passed by her, saying while Rumi was watching him go in surprise, why did he say to stop when there was nothing to see? She started walking, thinking to herself. She had stopped. In an instant, a black car was coming from the front, and that wonderful person was sitting in it. Jungkook,